Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome to this morning webinar. Today is Monday. It's the last trading day, the last trading week of this month. I hope everyone is doing really well. Guys, can we double check that everything works okay? You can see me clearly and you can hear me clearly. Can you please type a quick yes or yes? Okay, great. I see new names now, and this is really exciting. Congratulations for your attendance. Some people, they sent Emmanuel. There is also, instead of the Q&A box, you can click the chat and the message they're gonna arrive instantly. So it will be easier for me to read your messages. Hello guys from YouTube as well, from those who join us on the Zoom. So our risk warning disclaimer, as you can see, and let's go to the news of the day. Before that, as always, please make sure, guys, this is the Instagram page. Please follow us on the Instagram. I share the links on both chats. We post on a daily basis. We post stories and post in general reels, everything related to trading. This is me doing some education conduct, but in a funny mode. Okay, so you can use this page. Please make sure you follow us. Also, for those who haven't subscribed yet on the YouTube channel, I share the channel with you. Please make sure you subscribe, and appreciate a lot if you like the videos, and if you comment on the videos, all your questions will be answered by myself directly. And also the Telegram, when we go live, as you can see here, always you will get notifications. Also, we put trade ideas here about stocks and many valuable content, in my opinion, for every single trader. So, not many news today. In general, we have only, beside of this one here, we do have the Bank of Japan governor speech earlier in the Asian session, and later on we will have the President Lagarde, the European Central Bank's president, announce speech. They're gonna talk about the outlook of the economy in Europe. They're gonna definitely tell us what they're gonna do next month with the interest rates, of course. Anyhow, unfortunately, the general outlook of European economy doesn't look good based on the numbers they came out about the purchase manufacturing index, about the good domestic product, the CPI, and all this stuff. They show not only a slowdown in the economy, but a weak economy, I can say. And today's top headlines, for those who are new here, guys, I use the premium analytic portal. If you go to our Admirals website and you click here, analytics, and you click premium analytics, it's going to take you to this page. You can log in. We click here at morning briefing, expand, and you scroll down. You can find today's top headlines. So, pound hits record low. For those who are constantly seeing the charts, you can see that the pound yesterday and today, it lost in total about 10% of its value. It's a massive depreciation for a currency, guys. So continue selling after UK tax cut plan, and that's the biggest tax cut since the early 1970s, and it plumbed the pound to the bottom. China, People's Bank of China raises Forex risk reserve ratio for forward trading. Buying the stock market dip is backfiring. Investors keep peeling in anyway. Central banks may stock risk by raising interest rates together. Sliding transportation stocks flashes warning about the economy. Iran's hardline government faces growth unrest over women's rights. Pushing east, Ukraine forces expand offensive. Climate change forces French vineyards to alter the way they make wine. Italian right is on course to win elections. In Brexit's wake, UK still lacks a US trade deal, especially now with their currency depreciated. Let's see what the deal is going to be. Amazon and Berkshire Hathaway could be among top payers of new minimum tax. It's a new scheme President Biden implement corporation tax in the US. Gucci, Burberry join booming second-hand luxury trade. Glencore wins judge approval of market manipulation sentiment. Actually, too many news. Do you agree? Too many top headlines for today. Always, guys, on Monday, it's too much traffic here, I can say. All right, so let's go straight forwards to the chart. I think that's every trader's wishes to have a look at the charts. Let's start with the pound. On the daily chart, we had this channel here, broke below on Friday after the announcement of that tax cut rate. Today, we open with this gap here. The market in the Asian session, it's just continued to selling off. Now we see a pullback here. Because this is a very extended impulse move, we're going to wait for price to come somewhere either in the middle of this bearish candle, or ideally somewhere here at this channel trend line. So, and look for shorts from there. On the intraday basis, if you go down to, let's say, 1 hour, you're not going to find anything actually because of these strong impulse moves. Okay, but if you go down to the 15-minute chart, we see that during the Asian session, we have this straight move to the downside. It was just one 15-minute candle. Now the market is trying to make a balance and digest the move. So it's doing this. Maybe we can see some sort of, and then boom to the downside. Maybe, okay, from the technical perspective. So if you are an intraday trader, you need to find a reversal pattern before you start selling. So now we have a series of higher highs and higher lows. So that's not an ideal scenario for sales. We want to see sellers in control. Ideally, we want to see a kind of double top here, and then we can maybe sell here if this is going to be the neckline. So sell here, stop here, target down there. That's a scenario, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen. It's just the way we can read the market at its stage. But ideally, we want to see some sort of retracement on the daily chart. Euro, US dollar, the same. The selling off continues. For intraday traders, this one here, maybe it's going to give a good opportunity. So maybe a sell down there, a target there, a stop here. After the break of this one, who knows? It's just a bit, guys, this is a bit tricky. You see, we don't have this smooth swings, and when smooth swings are not there and we see these moves in one direction just in one candle, it's a bit it's a bit tricky. Okay. So back to the daily chart. Any way on the intraday perspective, all these are for sale. USD CHF, we break above this. Remember, guys, we had this position here, take profit there. So that was a good trade. We talked about this bullish engulfing candle, 50% retracement, stop was there, target was somewhere there, somewhere here, okay, on this high. And that was a 3.5 to 1. Now the market is pushing to the upside. Hopefully we're going to break above this high, and on the 4-hour, 1 hour, or 15-minute charts, if you can see this trend line here, the market finally make a higher high. Any pullback, this is the clearest pair out of all. Any, for now, for what we see so far, even we can draw this trend line here. Remember, to draw trend lines, we need to connect 2 points. And just to let you know, guys, we are I'm writing all the education content we're gonna upload on our website, on our Admirals website. So we're gonna totally replace the 0 to hero. And on the new course I'm writing, I'm gonna explain you every single thing I mentioned on this webinar. I'm gonna explain how to draw trend lines, what are trend lines, why to use them, channels, everything. It's gonna be a constant improvement, and I'm sure it's gonna add too much value in your trading, but that needs also some time until we're gonna launch it. So on the 15-minute chart, we can wait for a retracement back to this area, and we can start looking for longs. Aussie USD, same scenario. On Friday, we had this lower low here, so we didn't see a retracement. We expected to see some retracement here, if you recall, but we didn't see it. Anyhow, the market didn't make even a new high on the daily chart, so there's no reason to go on the 4-hour or 15-minute chart and start looking for buys. Some people, remember, we were talking about this bearish engulfing on the 15-minute chart on Friday, and I said it was purely my opinion. I want to see an extension and then a retracement to sell. But I know some people, they took this sell here, they enter up, they entered there, they had their stop there, so it was a really awesome trade. At least you could make the 2 to 1 before you find your way out. So well done for those who took that trade. It was a good one. Now the market, let's go to the weekly chart to see where is the next. Here is the next level of possible support. So for this week, this pair, ideally for sales everywhere. 4-hour, if you find entries, 1 hour. It looks like the market, 15 minutes, it looks like the market will push to retest this area here. The long-term target, it's down there, which is the lowest, but you cannot take a position right here and have your stop there, and you think that the market is going to just move in a straight line like this and retest this area. No, the markets are doing like that, and they just continue, okay, but not on a straight line. So this is a very long-term situation if we break below. So for now, let's focus on the next target, which is this one here. And for the daily chart traders, there is nothing to do here. We don't enter or ride on the impulse moves. We wait for retracements. 4-hour chart, the same. We have to wait for retracement. 1-hour chart, If you find a nice bearish engulfing after few green bars, it's good to go. But 15-minute charts, usually you wait for some swings and then you trade them. New Zealand US dollar, still my favorite pair since the last 2 weeks. Very, very clear, especially last week. We said that after this bearish engulfing, if you watched the webinar on Monday, we saw this bearish engulfing on the weekly, and then we said there is room to move at least to reach this level or this level here. On the daily chart, we didn't have any sort of good entry, but on the 1 hour chart, on the 15-minute chart, there were a lot of pin bars like this one here, and a lot of golfing bars like this one here, like where is the other one? No, it wasn't that one here. It was this one here, yeah, at 5. So a lot of trading activity here. Remember, what we want to see for intraday traders, we want to see first daily direction. If we have the daily direction, then we look for daily price action. Guys, you can not look for daily direction. You cannot look for daily price action. And you can still trade on the 15-minute charts, on the 5-minute charts, 1-minute chart, and you can be profitable. You can experience winning trades. You can experience losing trades. However, if you look for daily direction and daily price action to confirm your 15 minutes or 5-minute trades, you have the highest, not the higher, the highest probability to take good trades. You're going to still have losing trades. It's not going to be only winners, but all the trades, they're going to be high probability trades. We see the daily chart is down, and we see the price action on the daily chart. It shows that bears are in control. So I go on a 15-minute chart. I wait for these green candles to appear. So the retracement, we need retracement. And then once I see rejection, it's easier to enter with a relatively small stop loss distance. Okay, so you increase the probabilities in your favor. And Kiwi was one of the best performing currency the last 2 weeks for intraday traders. USD Canadian dollar, we broke above, we said about this level last week. Then after this bearish engulfing, it was screaming to us, you buy, you buy, you buy. 15-minute chart, you see any dip you see, it's a possible buying opportunity because you buy with align with the daily direction and the daily price action. So it's no-brainer. The 4-hour chart didn't give us good opportunities in general. So when we see the daily to just have a strong impulse move to one direction, then ideally the 15-minute chart, it's going to give us some good retracements, simple retracements, and we can take trades. Now, here is the thing with the Japanese yen pairs. Japanese yen shows some strength last week. At the end of the week, everyone were expecting to see a break above this this resistance. We didn't see that, and we saw this bearish engulfing in all the Japanese currency pairs. First is the USD, and then is the JPY. Same with Euro, with Pound, with Kiwi, with New Zealand, with Aussie, with the Swiss, with Canadian. They are the base currency. And then we have the Japanese yen. That's why I said bearish engulfing in all Japanese yen currencies. It means weakness and rejection of the first currency, strength of the second currency. So yen was super strong. And now on Friday, we see here, this is an inside candle. So maybe the market wants to push to the downside because the buyers, they didn't show strength on Friday. Saying that the US dollar, it's also super strong against the rest. So maybe the USD against the JPY, it's not going to be the ideal sell. Okay. Pound yen, we put these two levels here. We said that if the market break below on Friday, we want to go on the 15 minutes and 5-minute chart to take some trades. We broke below here, and if you were around, some trades could be initiated around this area because we see greens. That was the level. Or even here, yeah, we see some greens here, and then we see this rejection. So we could enter somewhere here, our stop somewhere there, and target this zone. After we broke below this zone as well, it was early in the Asian session, and we weren't around to take any opportunity. If you live in you are living in Australia or in the Asian Pacific regions, and you are intraday trader, you could identify this bearish engulfing here, lower lows, lower highs, break, retest, textbook, you enter, you have your stop somewhere there, and boom, you make too much on this trade. Now we have to go to the weekly chart and find the support. The next support, it was this one here, so we got rejected. The next one, it's this low here, which we bounce from that. So now what we can see here, really guys, it's very unclear. Pound is so weak. Everyone is selling the pound. On the 4-hour chart, we try to have this push to the upside. 1 hour, still 15-minute chart. The best way, in my opinion, to trade this one, it's because now we see a series of higher highs on the 15-minute charts. We don't like that. We want to see sellers take control. So if we see these higher highs, higher lows, then at some point, most likely we're going to see either a double top or we're going to see a lower low, and we can just trade this to the downside and target here. Okay, I know many of you, maybe you're going to have question. Okay, you are telling us this, but how actually I press the trigger? Where exactly I get into that trade? And guys, this webinar, it's really very short in time, and unfortunately I don't have the privilege of time to teach you exactly where you enter and how you enter and your stop. That's why we're gonna do hopefully in the near future some webinars exclusively for intraday trading. But you have the checklist I shared with you many times. If some people are new here and you don't have the checklist, so you have exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I entered here, I put, I want to see this and this and that to enter. Tell me and I will share the checklist with you. Hello, good morning. Oh my God, guys, it's so good to see all of you engage and participate. Hi all, morning, have a great week. Any Forex signal channel, please. T-series record. So far we don't have a signal channel. Okay, so and then, to be honest, guys, my purpose here, the way I see this, is I want to really teach you to become and help you to become a skillful, a successful trader. And this, it's going to only come with your participation and your engagement. Okay, it's simple for me to throw you signals and to give you this and this and that, but if you don't do something from your side, you're gonna always looking for someone to give you signals and to give you this, and you're gonna put all your heart earning money and your efforts to someone else's opinion, I think it's more fair for you if at least you have some good knowledge around. And that's why I really challenge you to stick around, and I will definitely help you on that. I have a question here. Euro Canadian dollar daily on the 21st of September. There was a bearish engulfing. Was this valid entry for your trading plan? Good question, Anonymous. I will answer it right now. I will answer it right now. I will appreciate the list. If I can get it, definitely. I will share the list one more time for you guys. Let's have a look at the Euro-CAD. Euro Canadian dollar on the 21st of September, it was a bearish engulfing. Was that valid? No, wasn't that valid, and I explained that because on the euro, it's not the price action. Remember, guys, first is direction. Which one is the direction? The overall direction of the market. And then the second is we go to the checklist. We don't go to the checklist and try to find fib retracement, price action, horizontal, support, resistance, channels, nothing. We don't go to the checklist unless we are clear on the direction, because if we are clear on the direction, and most of the times we are not clear on the direction, and I will repeat that again. Most of the times the reason traders, they have hard time with their tradings, it's because the markets are not that clear in the direction, so we cannot understand in which direction the market is going overall. So in times you don't have a clear direction, you stay out of a market. Like in this one here, at this point we had a direction retracement, then we have this area here. After that, the market is just doing like this. We don't have a direction. So why to go and take this bearish engulfing? Here is a bearish engulfing. What to do with this bearish engulfing? You don't have the direction. You don't know where the money flows. So don't try to make it very complicated. First, we want direction. And in regards to this pair, the Euro-CAD, we said that we had this resistance. The market gradually make a higher high. We broke higher. So in the way I see trading, I see that I have a new high. So I'm going to wait for a retracement somewhere in a trend line, support, to buy. So if I see bearish engulfing or bearish pin bars, I will ignore them because the direction, it's higher highs, higher lows, and that's an uptrend. So I have a direction to the upside, and I do not take as valid this signal. So some people, if they enter there and they had their stop there, they could make 1.5 or 2 to 1. It happened. It doesn't mean that you're not going to experience winning trades if you take only price action and you don't care about direction. But I help you to learn how to filter high probability trades. You're going to still have losing trades. It doesn't mean high probability there are only winning trades, but as the word says, it's high probability. Okay. Another question, would you take up long daily against the main trend? For intraday, good question, Raman. If I am I considering to take up long on the daily chart against the main trend? I wouldn't do that because I trade with leverage. If I invest in Apple, or when I buy and hold stocks or digital currencies, I do not use leverage, so I don't mind if I buy here and the trend is down and I buy here. It's fine because I can stick with this trade for months and years. I don't mind. So, and I have type of trades like this, but if I speculated trade with leverage, I want to be as fast as possible out of the market. Maybe for swing trading, fast it's 2 days, maybe it's 2 weeks. For intraday traders, maybe it's 1 hour, maybe it's 5 minutes, maybe it's 4 hours. So the answer is yes and no. Trading with leverage, I wouldn't do that, but for investing purpose, I will definitely do that. Nothing wrong with that. So let's have a look at the gold as well. Sorry, pound. All the pound pairs, they show, let's say, weakness, or all pound, everywhere pound shows weakness. Gold downtrend, we see these lower highs and lower lows intact. So intraday basis, still looking for ways to sell, unless we find we're gonna see different direction on the intraday and higher highs, higher lows. But now the daily price action, the daily direction is down. So let me share with you guys the checklist one more time. Guys, please find the checklist I shared with you. Alrighty, so what about WTI and then gas? Cherry, I like that you throw me your question 1 minute after 10 a.m. I've noticed that. It's nothing wrong with that. It's that the Zoom account I use will be occupied by another webinar. So let's have a look anyway. Crude oil, finally we broke and closed below the $81 mark. So we wait. So on the daily chart, on the 4-hour chart, on the 1-hour chart, we are sales here. In the morning, it was this nice bearish engulfing on the 1-hour chart. You could enter there, you're stop there. 11, you are 1.5 to 1 in profit if you were inside. 15-minute chart, now we are in this lower low. So any pullback, we consider it to sell. And this is very bearish now, and I love it personally. I was waiting for that moment, to be honest. So here is my channel. I think the market can come all the way down here. From the daily chart, we can see that somewhere around 65. Let's put it here, 65. Yep, I believe that the market can give us some room, some move to the downside. What indicators am I using there? I use the tick volumes from the MT5 here. Tick volumes, right click, properties, show tick volumes. Just be mindful, if you're going to use the volumes, you make sure you understand that you use them only on daily and weekly charts, not on intraday basis, because they are not very reliable. But for daily and not also on monthly, weekly and daily charts, they are much more reliable. Okay, and guys, it's the most accurate as much as it can be indicator in trading, because it shows how many clicks they've been within each candle. Okay, it doesn't tell you what it's going to happen next. It just show you this candle here had this amount of clicks, so you can understand a lot out of this. Okay, and gas, let's see, I do have commodities here, something gold and gas. Did I? Okay, so I remember that one was Head and Shoulders, and I think that you, Cherry, asked me about that, about this Head and Shoulder, and we said it was a very good one. Let's keep it in the chart. So guys, this is a Head and Shoulder pattern. Cherry identified it really well. head, left and right shoulder, the neckline slopes to the upside. For those who are new here, there is a webinar I've done. I talk about the head and shoulders. Couldn't be better than that webinar. So we have this rejection here. You could enter, you have your stop. The market, it's going to just do this way. If not, it's going to shoot straight to the downside. But ideally, that's what we want to see, some sort of retracement as well here to give us a new entry. And then we target all the way here. So that's a good one. And if you are within this trade, I don't do any recommendations, but if it was me, I will stick with that trade. Yes, please, can you repeat the two things you must look at on the charts? If you're going to trade on intraday basis on the 15-minute chart or 5-minute chart and 1 hour, 15 minutes, 5-minute chart, first, you want to see the daily direction. Like here, the daily direction is down. So if I go to the 1 hour chart or 15-minute chart, I would like to sell, especially if you also see the price action on the daily, and it's a strong bearish candle like this one, or it's a reversal candle like this bearish pin bar, or this bearish engulfing, this one here, then so you have direction down, price action confirms that sellers are in control. You go to the 1 hour and 15-minute chart and you find selling signals, it's much higher probabilities. Okay, guys, thank you so much for your participation. You guys are awesome, and I really enjoy putting this time and effort for you every morning. I see that many of you stick from the beginning, you are doing progress, so that's a good pattern. And the people who just join us, I encourage you to stick around, and slowly we're going to go through every single thing you need to know in your trading. However, you have to give yourself some time to understand the information, accept them. We're going to repeat the same thing over and over again. And at some point, it's going to click, and then we're going to move to the next one and to the next one. Okay, that's how we build solid and stable. Okay, I wish you to have a wonderful morning. Guys, remember, in a while, I'm going to record and I will upload the podcast. And you can find the podcast here. Let me show you. I think you can see this screen now. Yeah. Oh, no. No, you don't see the screen. Oh, now you can see this screen. I think so. Premium analytics. Oh, sorry. That was the wrong screen I shared. Okay, guys, you can go to analytics on our website, Admirals Analytics. Premium analytic, weekly trading podcast. You click on that, and then you're going to see all the podcasts. I will upload the one later on today in few hours. Okay, so make sure you keep updated with the market information by myself, because I narrowed it down in 5 minutes. All the informations you can read. I read them, I do the work, and I just give you the content. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, we came to an end. Have a good day. Have a good trading day, and I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye for now.